Welcome to this presentation on how to write the CIPS Level 3 assessment for 2024 to 2025. You can visit our website by clicking on link provided in comment sections or chat with us on WhatsApp on clicking link to get best expert help. You will find how to write this question in this video. Kindly subscribe us to and message us on.
When writing the assessment for this module, begin by distinguishing between internal and external environments. Internal environments include factors such as organizational structure, resources, and culture, all of which can influence procurement decisions. For example, a company with limited warehouse space may adjust its purchasing frequency. On the other hand, external environments include elements outside the organization, such as market competition, legal requirements, and socioeconomic trends. For example, Brexit impacted trade regulations, requiring UK companies to adapt supplier relationships. Your goal in the assignment is to clearly describe each environment, explain how it affects procurement strategy or operations, and support your claims with practical examples. This builds a foundation for understanding how procurement professionals align their approach to suit changing business landscapes. By doing this well, you demonstrate strategic awareness and address critical assessment criteria in the module. To score highly in your assessment, you should apply a PESTLE analysis to explore how macro-environmental factors impact procurement and supply. Technology and economy are two of the most impactful dimensions. For instance, the adoption of AI in supply chain automation may reduce labor costs, but requires upfront investment and staff training. Economically, high inflation affects supplier pricing and can strain budgets. Demonstrate your understanding by identifying these factors, explaining how they influence supply decisions, and analyzing your organization's response. You might mention how procurement policies adapt in response to economic instability, or how new technologies create efficiency but require change management. Use recent real-world examples where possible. This shows the assessor that you're not just repeating theory, but applying it to real procurement settings. That's the core objective of this assessment: practical, applied insight using structured tools like PESTLE. Your assessment should include a critical evaluation of the internal procurement environment. Start by identifying where procurement sits in the organizational structure. Is it centralized or decentralized? Who does it report to? Then assess the strengths and weaknesses internally. For example, a skilled procurement team with digital tools may be more efficient, whereas a lack of support from finance could delay payments and impact supplier relationships. Also consider cross-functional collaboration. Does procurement work closely with departments like logistics, finance, or operations? Your aim is to show how internal resources and relationships support or hinder procurement effectiveness. Provide recommendations where weaknesses exist, such as investing in training or better communication platforms. These insights will help you demonstrate a strategic view of procurement within the business and meet the assessment's evaluation and recommendation criteria effectively. In your assignment, it's important to show how external forces, especially regulation and market conditions, shape procurement activity. For instance, industries like healthcare or food must adhere to strict supplier quality standards. Regulatory changes, such as the introduction of carbon emissions rules or post-Brexit trade restrictions, may require sourcing adjustments or new supplier audits. Market conditions like supply shortages, shipping delays, or price volatility also demand quick procurement responses. For example, many organizations faced PPE supply issues during COVID-19. The key to a strong submission is demonstrating how your chosen organization anticipates, complies with, and adapts to these external challenges. Discuss tools and strategies like risk registers, market intelligence reports, or supplier vetting systems. These show a practical understanding of external impacts and highlight how procurement teams ensure legal and operational continuity. To conclude your assessment effectively, you need to connect the environmental analysis back to procurement strategy. This shows the assessor you understand how theory drives real business decisions. Begin by summarizing key environmental influences, for example, internal capability, regulatory risks, or inflationary pressures. Then explain how these insights shape strategy, such as using multiple suppliers for flexibility or investing in supplier relationship management systems. Discuss the balance between short-term responses, e.g., cost reduction, and long-term planning, e.g., sustainable sourcing or digitization. You should also highlight how procurement strategies remain adaptable, especially in uncertain markets. Mention tools like SWOT or risk frameworks that support strategic agility. This final step demonstrates the holistic approach assessors look for, moving from analysis to insight and decision-making. It shows that you can interpret environments and use that knowledge to enhance procurement outcomes.